Among the many mitzvahs found in Parshas Ki Seitze is the mitzvah of Hashavas Aveda. Hashavas Aveda is the obligation that we have, the mitzvah that we have, to return a lost object to its owner. So the Torah says in our Parsha that if you're walking in the street, walking on the road, and you see an ox, or you see a goat, or you see a sheep that belongs to someone else, belongs to your neighbor, belongs to your friend, and it's walking around wandering because it's lost, so you have an obligation to return it to its owner. You have an obligation to find your friend, to find your neighbor, and bring the animal back to its owner. Practically speaking, for us, we don't have goats, we don't have sheep, we don't have oxen, so a person finds a dog that people have, or a cat. We many times see posters that said a cat is lost, a dog is lost. So that would be a similar obligation to return that animal. But the Torah really is also speaking about goods and different things that a person has, not necessarily pertaining to live animals. If a person finds something that belongs to someone else, and they know it belongs to someone else, and it has a sign on it that says it belongs to someone else, we're obligated to find the owner. Part of the mitzvah is to seek out the owner, to find the owner, and return it to the owner. What's interesting is that there might be a deeper lesson to this mitzvah of Hashavas Aveda. The Ger Rebbe explains that the custom is for children, when they begin to learn Gemara, when they first start learning Talmud, they begin by learning Masechta Bava Metzia, the tractate Bava Metzia, and the first parak they generally learn is the parak of Elu Metzios. Elu Metzios is a chapter that has to deal with lost objects, and the obligation to return lost objects, the various situations in which things are lost and how they are returned, various laws in that regard. So he explains that the reason why the custom is that children, that the first thing that they learn is this particular parak, this chapter dealing with lost objects, is that we want to teach the children a lesson. And that is the lesson of things which are lost, in particular, the idea of time which is lost. That we want to teach children that time which is lost is impossible to find, to make up, to get back. And that the first lesson that we teach them is to value the time that they spend and make sure that it's productive, which is something that's very pertinent certainly this week, first week back at school, to be able to share with our children, to share with our grandchildren, to share with our students, that it's important for us to pay attention to the amount of time that we, as we use in our society, that we waste as opposed to the time that we value and cherish. But for the month of Elul, there's another message. And that is, many a times we'll be standing right before Yom Kippur, and we'll say, wow, the entire month of Elul just passed by. The entire Aseres Yemei Tshuva, 10 days of repentance, just passed by. Where did it go? I had so much to do, I had so much to contemplate, I had so much tshuva, repentance to begin, to start, and it seems like it just blew right by without me even recognizing it. So the lesson in Parshas Ki Seitze, which is always read around this year, is to make sure that we don't have lost time that we need to give back to its owner, because that's impossible. Time is something which can't be returned. Time is something that ticks away. And the only thing that we can do is learn from the lessons of the past, of time that was not used in the most appropriate or successful fashion, and learn for the future to value every moment, so that this Elul and this period of the high holiday season that we are approaching now is looked at, is cherished for every opportunity that it has to make amends on many different levels in our relationships, and that we value every single moment of this period during the year. May we indeed be zoche, may we merit that we cherish each second on the clock, each minute on the clock, each hour, each day, and this month of Elul, looking forward to a new beginning with Rosh Hashanah less than 30 days away. Remember, every second counts. Thank you for listening, and have a good Shabbos.